So we have our processor ready. Now we need to create one more class that will be our processor provider. So inside the same package, we will create a new class and we will name it generate to JSON processor provider. To create the provider, we need to use symbol processor provider and we need to override the function that is create. Now inside this function create, we can return the processor that we already created. So we will write return generate to JSON processor. And we need to provide code generator and we can get the code generator from the environment. So here we will write environment.codeGenerator. Now we have the provider ready, but we need to do one more thing to make the provider and processor work. So what we need to do is we need to create a new directory inside main. So inside our modules main, we will create a new directory, not module, but directory. So we have new directory and we need to create this resources directory. Inside resources, we need to create two more directory. So we will select directory and here we will write meta inf and then inside meta inf, we will create services. Inside services, we need to create a file and the name of the file should be symbol processor provider package. So this is the package and this is the file name. Make sure you are writing the file name exactly like this. You cannot have a typo here or it will not work. Now inside this file, we need to define our processor provider. So I will copy the package name and I will paste it here. And I will add the class name as well. Now this part is very important to make your KSP annotation work. Now once you do all these things, go to the app level build.gradle file and here write KSP project and then KSP core. Now sync the project. Now go to user and we have this annotation added here. So if we rebuild our project, let's rebuild. So rebuild is done. If you go to build, then generated, then KSP and debug, you can see you have a file created and the file name is user2json. If you go to the file, we have the function that we generated using KSP and this function will return JSON for the class user. You can test it with more classes. Let's say I will define one more class and I can name it, let's say book, ID name, let's generate one more class and name it song. Now for every class, it will generate a file and the file will have the extension function to return JSON string. Now let's rebuild the project again to make sure it is working. You can see we have 3 files generated. Amazing, right? If you go to main activity, so here I have defined objects for all the classes. Now I can write user.toJSON. I can also write book.toJSON and song.toJSON. Let's run the application to make sure it is working fine. Here you can see our function is working absolutely fine. So that is all for this video, friends. I hope you found this video helpful and learned something. In case you have any question, confusion or suggestion, please leave your comments below. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends. Thanks for watching. This is Bilal Khan now signing off.